happy Monday, May 22. Last week, did you see Target announced that it's lost over $750 million due to shoplifting? And last week, we're watching President Biden and McCarthy, dancing around each other playing chicken with the national debt. And then you've got Vice President Kamala Harris running around screaming, the answer to the whole problem is to create more debt. Wow. You know what? I'll bet you I could get some high school freshmen together, okay, let's say seniors together, who've had, 2 weeks of accounting, could figure that problem out. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. That's right. This week we're going to continue our conversation on homeowners insurances. Last week we were talking about a renter's policy. That's an HO4. This week it'll be a condominium policy, and that is an HO6. Now these two policies are very, very similar. They have 4 types of coverages. One is your coverage C, your personal property. That's a stated value on your part typically. A coverage D, which is your loss of use. A coverage E, which is your liability, and a coverage F, which is your medical. And then there is the deductible that's applicable. Like I said, a condo policy is an HO6, but what are the differences? We just compared the 4 coverages. Well, with the condo policy, it's because you own where you live. And you should have on the policy, written into the policy, something called additions and alterations. Now, this is something that's forgotten about by a lot of insurance agents and most people because they don't know what this coverage is. Additions and alterations covers the internal part of a condo. Your internal walls, your doors. It can cover carpeting if it's over a prepared floor. If it's on top of just concrete, then it's part of the structure. It'll cover your cabinetries, your toilets, your bathtubs, your sinks, your faucets. That's additions and alterations. And this gets to be kind of hard because with escalating construction costs, if something happens, how much does it cost to rebuild the internal part of your condo? Most condo policies, the master policies, will cover to the sheetrock in, meaning you're responsible for that sheetrock in all internal walls and everything. That's something that you may need a little help trying to figure out what's appropriate for you, which is why we always say don't hesitate to give us a call. Numbers at the bottom of the screen. We'll talk to you about it and figure out if you have that coverage or not, and if you should have it for the condo that you own. Hey, so what's going on at the MLD agency? Well, last week we went out to see our client Inflection Point. In fact, at the end of this video, watch their video. They may be a company that you might require, especially with this job market now tightening up and unemployment's down to what I think I said 3.4%. So look at that video. Last week we helped a couple people out with their drug cards and their Medicare supplement policies and worked on a couple of group plans. Also, what was announced last week that we're going to have to start working on is June 1st certification for 2024 in the senior citizen marketplace begins. Woohoo! I just love this time of year. Any case, take care. Until next week.
Inflection Point is here to help you with your hiring process. Not only do we guarantee you qualified candidates, but we have also helped companies hire in some of the toughest markets. And here is just a few words from those clients.
They were getting me interviews on a regular basis.
We've had at least 20 interviews with drivers that we bagged.
We hired 10 drivers in one market in our first month with Inflection Point.
With Inflection Point, they set the calls up, made life very easy for me.
We've seen better candidates than we've seen through other programs.
From being able to source drivers, making sure they're qualified.
There was one day I had 5 interviews, if I'm not mistaken.
And that was in what had been, to that point, our toughest market to hire.
It's been very substantial, very helpful, and well worth the value that the company provides.
I need more drivers, and what better way to do it than use Inflection Point?
It's been nothing short of outstanding working with Inflection Point.
Our mission is to provide a fast and cost-effective way to hire qualified candidates that meet your hiring expectations. We use smart sourcing technology that will deliver you your newest employees quickly. One of our missions at Inflection Point is to revolutionize the recruiting industry by harnessing the power of technology and data. Our goal is to create data-driven, technology-based staffing and career solutions for the world of work. Inflection Point is a reliable and affordable job sourcing service that helps you connect to the right people for your hiring needs. So partner with Inflection Point today because we make careers happen all day, every day.